Hi, I'm Luke from Toons and you're watching YouTube. Yeah. Hey everyone, welcome to Toons. I'm Luke and in today's video we're going to be discussing the Disney Channel, specifically the fate of the Disney channels in the UK. On Thursday the 1st of October 2020, the Disney channels in the UK and the Republic of Ireland will cease to broadcast for good. And I don't know about you, but the Disney channels were a huge part of my life growing up, and I just couldn't let this moment pass without marking it in some way. And I know this is a channel that's normally dedicated to animation and cartoons, Tube of Toons, right? But in this retrospective I'm going to be covering everything from their cartoons to the live action films and shows. Exactly 25 years before this Thursday's shutdown, the Disney Channel launched on the 1st of October 1995, becoming the first Disney Channel outside of the US. But let's rewind a bit, because originally the Disney Channel was meant to launch alongside Sky, with Disney having a 50% ownership stake in the satellite company alongside Fox. In fact, the Disney Channel was featured as a prominent part in a lot of the promotional material for the launch of Sky. And for anyone who doesn't know what Sky is the leading satellite television provider in the UK and much of Europe. However, when the agreements fell through and Disney were facing a lawsuit from Sky, they opted to give them 5-year rights to show their movies in the UK. But then in 1995, after they formed a partnership with the company CLR, Disney would in part own a channel Super RTL, which would broadcast in Germany, Luxembourg and Austria. This would then lead to Disney launching their own channel, the Disney Channel, on the Sky TV service. At 6:30 PM, the 1st of October, the Disney Channel will begin launch with the UK TV premiere of The Jungle Book, followed by an evening with Elton John. The channel would hold host to a number of programming such as The New Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, DuckTales, Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers, Gargoyles, Boy Meets World, as well as the UK produced Stick With Me Kid, and many, many more. They also seem to program to adults as well, particularly in the evenings with the showing of films, documentaries and the covering of concerts, such as the aforementioned Elton John gig, as well as a pre-Titanic Celine Dion one. Hi, I'm Luke and you're watching Disney Channel. With the launch of Disney Channel in France on the 22nd of March 1997, the Disney Channel in the UK changed its branding to similarly match. In fact, the branding was based on a splat ident that they had been using since the brand's launch. It included dropping "the" from the title, with Disney Channel US following suit in April, although with their own logo. And around the same time as the rebrand, they introduced a new programming block for under 5s. And in September of that year, they introduced Disney Channel UK Live. This was a live show where the presenters would interact with viewers through the phone line, emails or via fax. Yes, I said fax. They would play different games with viewers where you could win lots of Turn of the Millennium prizes, like a PC, a DVD player or a portable television. And who could forget the coveted Studio Disney goodie bag? Oh, I always wanted one of them as a kid. This show would air weekdays after school, as well as on select weekends when they'd host special events. At the time, Disney Channel was ad-free, and so these segments would run between the shows and their ad break, as they would introduce what's up next. On the 28th of September 1999, the Under 5s block was rebranded into Playhouse Disney, which would feature the launch of presenters for the Junior block, featuring Big Dave and Little Alex. Big Dave! And this is when I come into the story. This is when I started watching Disney Channel with the Playhouse Disney block. I watched PB and J Otter, Roly Poly Oly, New Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, and Bear in the Big Blue House. And even though I came for the Playhouse Disney block, I stayed for the cartoons. I watched Aladdin the series, Little Mermaid, Buzz Lightyear Star Command, Goof Troop, and on the 29th of September in the year 2000, with the launch of Sky's new digital service, the Walt Disney Company launched 3 new channels: Playhouse Disney, Toon Disney and Disney Channel Plus One. That's right, Playhouse Disney was a whole entire channel. It wasn't just a block for a few hours a day anymore. And a channel just for Toon Disney. As you can imagine, those were my main two Disney channels for a while. And for anyone wondering, Disney Channel Plus One is just a time shift service. So it airs the exact same stuff as the main channel, just an hour behind. So if Kim Possible aired at 4 o'clock, on Plus One it'd air at 5 o'clock. It's actually a really common service in the UK, but I know not a lot of other countries actually have them. I didn't watch the live action shows. They were for the big kids, and they were boring. And then I became a bigger kid and I watched the Disney Channel. And on the 23rd of April 2001, Disney Channel UK Live was rebranded into Studio Disney. That was my jam. I used to love Studio Disney. I remember I used to ring up to answer the questions, try and get on the show and play the games. I loved Studio Disney so much that for about a year, my dream job was to be a Studio Disney presenter on the Disney Channel. Bless. And now, I know everyone says, Disney Channel was better when I was a kid, and it's a bit of a cliche, but I'm telling you, it was. But not exactly for the reasons you think I might be saying. And I don't mean that the shows were actually better when I was a kid. I know that I'm tinted with nostalgia. The shows I used to watch are actually just as cringy as the shows that are on now. See what I did there? But I just happen to be nostalgic for the old shows. I look at them through rose-tinted lenses. I get that, but I'm not talking about that, no. I'm talking about the fact the channel was ad-free. They had live presenters hosting the shows, interacting with viewers. They still used to show movies every evening at 7 PM. The Wonderful World of Disney would host a movie. And every Friday there'd be a big premiere, usually a UK TV or at the very least channel premiere of a usually Disney owned but not always movie. You had the Disney Channel Circle of Stars come together and sing Disney songs during the ad breaks. You had the Disney Channel games where all the stars would come together and compete in obstacle style event. Oh, it was great. Oh, and there was the Disney Channel Kids Award. Starting in 1998, the Disney Channel UK live presenters would host the first ever Disney Channel Kids Award. The Disney Channel Kids Awards ran up until 2004 and were basically a British version of the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards, minus the slime. It was a huge event held at the Royal Albert Hall that was catered towards the British children's market, with a whole host of celebrities attending. I remember the 2003 version of the awards were Kim Possible themed, and it had this killer opening number with kids dropping down from the ceiling secret agent style. But all I could find were these performances of Girls Aloud, Danny Minogue and Busted. Yes, Busted. Oh, and this incredibly awkward interview of Emma Watson and Tom Felton. In 2002, the Disney Channel underwent a global rebranding so that they would all be cohesive with one another, which led to the famous You're Watching Disney Channel. Awesome! Can check that one off the bucket list. This is the era that marked the shift away from animated shows and films and towards live action sitcom. I mean, it wasn't too bad at this point, because at least they were still able to air the older cartoons in reruns and on Toon Disney. But in retrospective, it was around now that the channel's current programming moved away from the medium that it was founded on. But the animated shows they were still producing were that bomb. Kim Possible, American Dragon Jake Long, Lilo and Stitch the series, The Emperor's New School, Jetix! In October 2001, the Walt Disney Company bought Fox Family worldwide, making Disney the major owner in Fox Kids Europe. But it wasn't until April 2004 that Fox Kids UK began airing a Jetix programming block. And then in January 2005, the entire channel was relaunched into Jetix. Meaning that for a time, Disney was responsible for my obsession with the Power Rangers and ATOM. Toon Disney was great. All the older cartoons, like Recess, Hercules the Animated Series, and The Legend of Tarzan, moved to here after they'd finished airing on the main channel, as well as airing some of the more current shows, Kim Possible, The Replacements, Buzz and Maggie, Dave the Barbarian. You know what I'm talking about. And one of my personal favourites was the House of Mouse. Imagine all your favourite Disney characters coming together to watch an evening of cartoons presented by Mickey and the gang. It was mainly a framing device, a fun way to showcase the Disney's classic cartoon shorts, as well as some of the newer shorts from the recent Mickey Mouse Works series. On the 1st of July 2005, Studio Disney closed, and with it, my dreams of ever working for them. Bless my little 9-year-old's heart. Up until this point, Disney Channel and Playhouse Disney were premium add-on channels, meaning they didn't come in the Sky or Virgin Kids package. On the 16th of March 2006, this changed, however, as they were introduced in the basic package, alongside the likes of Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network. Also on this date, Toon Disney was changed into Disney Cinemagic, which shifted from being a premium kids channel to a premium movie channel.
We're all in this together, and it shows when we stand hand in hand, make our dreams come.
Who could forget the craze that was High School Musical? And as you can probably tell, I loved every minute of it. I'm gonna take this off, this hat's a little tight. This would lead to a chain of Disney Channel original movie musicals that still go strong to this day, with Zombies 2 recently coming out on February the 28th in the UK. In December 2008, Disney bought the remaining 26% share in Jetix, and then on the 31st of August 2009, Disney relaunched Jetix into Disney XD. With this, Disney chose to have XD as their channel aimed at boys, while the main channel shifted its focus mainly to girls. And shows such as Phineas and Ferb and reruns of American Dragon were brought over to XD to reflect this. With the popularity of Phineas and Ferb, however, they soon put it back on the main channel. See, in the UK, if you had Disney Channel, you would have Disney XD. It wasn't any more premium channels, so they were able to split it a bit more evenly. Whereas I know in some other countries XD was a premium service and so they weren't able to split it quite that way. But they also had a whole new lineup of action-oriented shows such as Aaron Stone, Kickin' It, Lab Rats and Mighty Med. And Disney XD would soon become the official home of Marvel and Star Wars animation after Disney bought both respective franchises. We'd be treated to the likes of Star Wars Rebels and Resistance, Ultimate Spider-Man, Avengers Assemble, Hulk Agents of Smash, but my particular favourite, the new Marvel's Spider-Man show. On the 18th of October 2010, Disney XD would launch a HD channel, with the main channel following suit on the 15th of September 2011. And on the 7th of May 2011, Playhouse Disney officially rebranded itself as Disney Junior. And on the 28th of March 2013, Disney Cinemagic would be replaced by Sky Movies Disney. Although in theory sounding like a similar channel, Disney Cinemagic, while having a focus on movies, would still air old animated shows similar to Toon Disney. Whereas when it became Sky Movies Disney, it switched solely to films. And then in July 2013, the channel started to air advertisements between the shows. And it was around then, or just a bit earlier, that I started to move away from the Disney Channel really. I saw out shows that I grew up watching, Sweet Life and Deck, Hannah Montana Forever, Wizards of Waverly Place and Good Luck Charlie. But I did stop taking an interest in a lot of the newer shows. Jessie, Shake It Up, Ant Farm. And that's not to say there was anything wrong with those shows. I was simply outgrowing the channel and their style of programming. And if it wasn't a character that I was already invested in watching, I just wasn't that interested. Hey, I'm Luke and you're watching Disney Channel. But what if there was shows with characters that I was interested in? What if they did sequel series to shows that I loved, like Boy Meets World and That's So Raven? Well, they did, and you best believe I tuned in to watch Girl Meets World and Raven's Home. Plus, it did take them a while to finish airing Phineas and Ferb. And that's sort of the realm that I actually like to keep to with Disney Channel these days. The cartoons. While the live action sitcoms they make are specifically aimed at the tween market, I feel like the animated shows they produce have a much broader appeal. I might have missed Gravity Falls when it originally aired, but as soon as I saw what I was missing out on, you best believe I recorded the heck out of that show. And with shows like DuckTales, Big Hero 6, Tangled and even the Mickey Mouse shorts, the Mouse House seems to be returning to their legacy characters, which is what drew me to the channel in the first place. On the 30th of April 2020, Disney XD+1 closed, and this seemed to be the mark of the end. As in June, it was announced that all 3 Disney channels would be gone for good, and all the content from the 3 channels, Disney Channel, Disney XD and Disney Junior, will be moved over exclusively to Disney+. The Sky Movies Disney Channel will be unaffected by this, however. This is huge, and we can only assume that this will just be the first leaf to fall. And the UK isn't actually the first to go. The Disney Channel has already closed in Italy and Australia this year, with Disney XD closing in even more territories. And in fact, Disney Channel and Disney Junior closed down in New Zealand last year, only a couple of weeks after the launch of Disney+. Hey, I'm Luke, and you're watching Disney+. When I was growing up, Disney Channel was one of the biggest brands around for children, and its closure certainly spells the end for TV as we know it. How long will it be before the US channel follows suit? When will Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network make the switch? Now in the US, they both have a clear place to go, with HBO Max and the upcoming Paramount Plus. But in the UK, those services aren't appearing anytime soon, and thankfully. It's going to save us a lot of money. So does that mean Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network are safe for now? Currently both channels have their content split between Amazon Prime and Netflix. Will we start to see the channels take a more uniform approach to streaming as interest in children's broadcast television dwindles? What will the fate of the kids package be on providers like Sky and Virgin with the loss of 3 main channels, not to mention all the plus ones, high def, standard def variations that came with them? Those packages are going to look a lot less full. In fact, as of a few days ago, Sky was still advertising 11 kids channels, including the Disney ones. So with them gone, they'll be down to 8. They did, however, say they were investing more into Sky Kids original programming going forward, but I'm not sure if that's enough to make up for the loss. And it's not even just kids channels. 4.5 years ago now, BBC Three historically moved its content exclusively to the BBC iPlayer service. With streaming bigger than ever, how long will it be before other channels follow suit? I could easily see E4 moving to the All4 service at some point in the future. Overall, this is going to be a really bittersweet week. It's the end of an era. Never again will I be able to flick away from the sports and news channels just to see what's on Disney these days. But that being said, I am excited for the later seasons of Star vs. the Force of Evil, Tangled the series, and Marvel's Spider-Man to make their way onto the service. Now, at this current point in time, they have only announced 4 of the shows that are moving over on the 1st of October, 2 of which being completely new to the service, 2 of which being later seasons of shows already on there. And then the recent DCOM Upside Down Magic is making its way onto the service on the 9th of October, as well as having shows like the Owl House and Disney Junior's The Rocketeer coming over on the 16th and the 30th. Although it should be noted, they're entering the service internationally and it's not just to do with the transfer. So it leaves us wondering, when exactly will all the other stuff come over? Perhaps they want to hold stuff back and release it more gradually so that it looks like they have a steady stream of new content coming to the service. Or perhaps they'll surprise us when the channels close and all the content will be there ready waiting for us to watch. We'll have to wait and see. Okay, so this video took a little bit longer to edit and render than I thought it would. I mean, I ran into a few problems on my computer and I've been ill, so I wasn't up to editing it for a few days. And as well as it just took longer than I thought it would. Now, this video was meant to come out before Disney Channel closed, but obviously that didn't happen. As of you watching this video and me filming this little section here, the Disney channels in the UK are closed. Shot to the heart, I know. And so we don't actually have to wait and see because we do know what happened. Thursday morning, the Disney channels were no more. I woke up, got on Disney Plus and was greeted to the Disney Channel collection and the Disney Junior collection that had all been added that day. A bunch of brand new shows and new seasons of shows that were already on there that are just waiting for us to watch. Of course, it's not complete. Like I said, the Owl House and the Rocketeer are coming later this month. Strangely, no Disney XD collection. Those shows are on there, they're just put in the Disney Channel collection, which is definitely a little odd to see, I might add, but at least it's all on there. And there are still a few other things missing off. They've not updated Tangled the series yet. And of course, there's still a lot of older Disney shows that haven't been placed on the platform yet. I'm still waiting on Hercules and Aladdin the series. I know you have them, it's on the service in the US. I'm telling you, we want it in the UK. So yeah, there's a load of new Disney content to check out on the service and I can't wait to it. Zombies 2's on there and I'm definitely going to watch that as soon as this video is up. Which reminds me, I better just stop talking and finish editing the video for you. And all I have left to say is, thanks for the memories. Goodbye, Disney Channel. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, please give it a like, it really helps us out. If you're new here, why don't you hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell to be notified the next time I've got a video out. If you're looking for more Disney Channel related content, I did recently review Phineas and Ferb Candace Against the Universe movie, so you can go check that out. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Cheers. Thanks for watching Tube of Tunes. If you want more from the channel, hit subscribe. If you want to keep up to date with what's going on, follow us on our socials. Hope you liked it. Cheers.